Hi everyone, it's Amy Tan with another edition of Project Life with the Two Peas Garden Girls. I started off with this and it became this when I was done. Got a bunch of new supplies that are in the store now at Two Peas, and I wanted to show you how this layout came together. I found my rhythm and I really like using 6x6 paper pads. I also love using new products because it's really fun to get some new things. And mostly I'm using Maggie Holmes, my new collection cut and paste. As you can see on the back, there are the phrases for this phrase stamp. And I'm also using Ellie Studio as well as a We Are Memory Keepers 3x4 punch. So these bows are awesome and the flowers are super cute. And then I've got some thickers. And this is the punch. Right here are the tags from Ellie Studio, and then these were punched from their 12x12 papers. This is the Remarks sticker album, full of phrases and icons. Very usable for project life. All right, so here I have a 6x6 piece of paper. I'm just gonna nest it in here. It's magnetized, and you have to use two hands and two arms. It's actually nice to use a table that is a little bit lower, and then you just open up the little window and you've got your 3x4 rounded corner punch. It does leave these 4 holes in the paper, but I'm not really that concerned about it. From my Canon Selfie CP900 and my iPhone, I printed out these photos, and per usual, throughout the week I've actually stuck some things in. And now I'm just going to place the photos. I like to get an idea of where everything's going to go before I start doing the embellishing and placing the pattern papers and doing the journaling. What's nice about these pockets, obviously, is that you can rearrange stuff and you don't have to include everything. But I think that's about how I'm going to have it look. So what's really nice about these 6x6 paper pads is it just takes one cut to make a 4x6. So I'm going to look for something that I can use. I like this yellow stripe right here, and it's perforated. So I'm going to cut off actually the perforated side, and then I have my 4x6 right there. And then I'll look for a 3x4 card that I've already punched for this pocket. And it says, "You make me so happy." So what I want to do is I want to include it in the note that I wrote to JC, but also on the ultrasound picture. So I just leave it sticking out of the pocket a little bit. I'm just going to trim up this ultrasound. He actually looks really sad. It's mostly of his face, and it looks like he's frowning. But I think he's happy in there. All right, so I'll put it down here a little bit lower. And I'm going to look in my stack again to see, oh, that one piece that I punched was perfect. This is a local restaurant we went to. It's a business card. And then I need a card for this last pocket right here. As you know, I like to jump around, so I don't necessarily have to do the left side first or the right side. I just kind of do what works. And I decided that I wanted to cut out this banner detail and then just adhere it in the corner. It's nice to have flexibility and to change things up. And as you can see, all 3 collections work well together. Okay, so for this photo, I actually noticed that the words on this card would be perfect to include, so I'm just going to cut them out and adhere them directly onto the picture. It just takes a little bit of adhesive. There we go. And then I'm also going to cut this phrase out so I can have it on the photo as well. Not sure how it's going to look down there, so I might have to cut it. Okay, so that looks good. All right, and I'm going to use these flowers. I like to try to use up the entire pack. But this one looks perfect in this little corner, but I'm going to have to cut it so that it fits into the pocket. Then this one is going to be the title card. And that little scrap that I cut off from the other side is perfect for this piece, and it'll tie in nicely when the whole thing is laid out. And I'll go through my stickers and see if there's anything else that I can include. Oh, I like these leaves, so I'm going to put them in the back of this flower up here. Sometimes the stickers are a little hard to peel off and you have to be a little bit gentle. Okay, so I stuck that up there, and I've got a business card from a restaurant where we went to happy hour, and then also a little mailer from Target for an order I placed online. Then I'll just embellish this card with some stickers, maybe a bow or a tag. None of these seem to be working for this card, but that one looks good for the title card. And then I think I'm just going to stick that right on top there. So maybe I can find something in here. Oh, that's perfect. So I'll just cut that out. And I'm not opposed to adhering things right onto the page protectors. So that's what I'll do with this. Okay, it looks like this flower will fit nicely right there. Perfect. So these bows, I'm a huge fan of these Maggie Holmes bows. I don't know if you remember from her first collection, but now they come in different sizes. So I'm just going to put this one right here. Oh, I forgot to glue this one down. This says hold tight to this moment, and I really just mean the fact that our house is so clean. We just moved in recently, and so I just wanted to emphasize that. All right, so I've got my thickers here, and I'm going to finish this title card. And these stickers are really fun. They're rubber. And then I'll use my phrase stamp with these inks. I think I'll use the shadow ink. But I have a new concrete table and I like to protect it because, oops, I'm clumsy and I drop stuff like ink. So I've got different phrases that I can look up and just stamp it right there. And you can just rotate it and use another phrase. Just a fun little way to add detail. Here we go. So under date, I'm just going to write in the date. And I had to think about it for a second. And because I record with my phone, I couldn't check the calendar on my phone. So I just guessed. I knew it was August 19th, but I added 7. And then it turned out to be the wrong date. Oh, and so this tag had this twine from last week. So I realized that I wrote the date wrong. So it's actually August 19th through the 25th. That's how the week goes. So I just am correcting it really simply like that. And this is the left side. That's the little detail with the cutout words. Here's the right side finished. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys participate in the challenge.